What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Dawn Spiritual Guidance. It's your girl Dawn, and we got a message for you. Welcome to your Timeless Collective message. Let's get into this vibes, okay? I know you like, Dad, which deck you gonna start with? I know, I was kind of like the same thing. I was like, ooh, this. Then I was like, ooh, that. Right? All right, let's see what we got. All right. Okay, Holy Spirit. What is the message? Ooh, honey, it's some sort of deception, baby. We was getting a little bit of this, so a little bit of this. Anyway, so we have heart chakra in reverse. Ooh, okay, so you guys are like having some difficulties in your heart space right now, right? Something is, really weighing, or you're not acknowledging, okay, or it's being suppressed. All right, now for others of you, you could have let whatever this is go, or you're being guided to. Okay, there's some sort of deception and envy here. Okay, that's so some of you guys could already know what this is. For some of you, this is the causation of why you even had the negative heart space that you did, right? That you had to work on and release, and or currently working on that. And being guided to be in solitude if you have not been already, so that you guys can, receive clarity, be with the divine, right? But you guys haven't been really happy. You haven't felt fulfilled, okay? You could feel alone, feel like, well, dad, where's my partner? Where they at, Or how, for some of you guys, if you're wondering about a specific person here, why certain things didn't work out, why weren't things successful, okay? Oh, somebody didn't learn a lesson. I saw wisdom in reverse here. Yeah, so something you guys are just going through just obstacles and challenges, right? It just feels like a one uphill battle from another. Yikes. Yikes, guys. Yikes. Okay. I'm so sorry that has been the case. That's no bueno. No bueno. I need to get back on my Duolingo. I think right now I'm on level 9 or 10 or 11. I can't remember. So, what's going on with this? We have crossroads in reverse. So, somebody hasn't made a decision, or they're not trying to make a decision. Tell me more about this deception, Holy Spirit. What's this deception here that the collective may or may not know about? What's this deception? Oh, okay. So this deception is about somebody that's been like a leech in your energy. Okay, whether you are aware of this or not. All right. And this doesn't just have to be one energy, it could be several, whether they are in your face about it in the physical, or whether they are literally in your energy, or they're cloaking themselves. Listen, okay, yeah, this is a contributing factor as to why you feel so unhappy and unfulfilled, why you may feel like you don't have any partnerships or alliances, or connections, or whatever the case may be. And don't get me wrong, when you go on a journey with God, yes, God, one of the things that God will strip is people who does not serve you. Okay, but you may be kind of wondering also at the same time, like, why does it feel like there's just been an extension of suffering, or an extension of like a dark night of the soul energy, because we was getting that in the general reading right before this. So tell me more about this deception energy with this energy vampire that's been in the collective's energy. Ooh, we got sexy time. So intimacy, passion, romance, physical attraction, bedroom activities, foreplay, sensuality, lovemaking, desire. So we have therapy in reverse. So somebody has a sex addiction or something. They've been leeching off of you. Okay, they've been draining your energy through your sacral chakra for a lot of you guys. This could be For some of you guys, these are principalities just off the back, like without a vessel. For and or for some of you guys, these are principalities working through people, and they're sucking your energy through the person who's astral traveling to you to doing it. Okay. Some of you guys, your clairsentience may be activated enough to where you may even feel the stuff happening. In other cases, you may not feel it happening, but you may have symptoms from it happening, but you don't know that that's what the causation is. Okay. Bad period cramps, certain ailments that come in the that start in the spiritual and manifest in the physical as PCOS, endometriosis. Okay. Where people have had to get hysterectomies and all the rest of that stuff. And who wants to go through that, right? Well, that's one of the ways that people siphon black magic, right? How people siphon energies, right? Is by using sex magic. So somebody, they've been using sex magic, and in some of you guys' cases, it's not always, you don't always have to have sex for it to be considered sex magic, right? But in some people's cases, that's exactly what it is. And if this is coming out, it's something very serious about this. Somebody's not getting permission to do this. So then that would be considered rape. Spiritual rape. Now, for some of you guys, if it's been happening in the physical, then you definitely need to report that. Divine masculine: strength, stability, protection, order, logic, leadership, action, responsibility. Okay, so this is someone who maybe came off as a divine masculine, or maybe in some cases this is or was supposed to be a divine masculine. Tell me more about this divine masculine. Trash energy. Okay. Tell me more. The it girl. So, yeah. Listen, so somebody thought you were gullible. Fighter in reverse. Somebody thought that you was an easy target. All right. Somebody did not like. So you the it girl, the it boy, the it non-binary. All right. And like you actually have, or whoever you were dealing with actually has value. Okay. Meaning substance. You know. And then there's someone else who could have appeared in this energy as well as you, and they weren't of substance. They were actually trash energy, right? So somebody is feeding off the fact of like they're draining your energy by trying to feed off the fact that you have good charisma, popularity, you're a trendsetter, glamour, confidence, influence, allure, magnetism, socialite, fashion forward, grace, right? Like you have all this favor, and somebody may feel like they don't, not saying that that makes it right, and they're like siphoning it, and they're siphoning it by having, you know, spiritual sex with you. Okay. Now, in other cases where you guys could be physically with a person, and maybe you don't know this, right? As you're finding out through this reading, and you can always book a personal. The fact that oh my gosh, just that quick. Look at that, the depth. What was I about to say? Oh, that's why they siphon off your energy, because they don't feel like they possess these qualities. Again, not that that makes it okay, but it's like, oh, let's keep siphoning off of them. Okay. And if you guys, like I was gonna say, are having sex with somebody in the physical, you may need to detach yourself from them. Okay. Of course, you don't have to see, look, sex magic, I told you. And they're going to receive either spiritual and or physical jail time for this. Okay. Because they're not getting help. They're not being honest about their, you know, their toxic ways. Okay. Yeah. So they're going to jail for, or you, whoever's on whatever side of the story. Flip the energies as you see fit. Put yourself on the side of the story as you see fit. But either spiritual or physical jail for spiritual rape and spiritual molestation, for using black magic to try to siphon your good juju, your good energy, instead of them putting in the healing work in order to attract the miracles and blessings on their own. Right? Somebody tried to use your energy. We're constantly getting this energy. Because unfortunately, in the collective, there's been so many people that have been resorting to destiny swapping, energy harvesting, because they don't want to put in the fucking work to heal so they can raise their vibration and attract their own goddamn blessings. And don't get me wrong, I understand that that might not be so appealing, or you don't want to put in the work to do that, or it may seem hard, but shit, staying in the same shit is how you gotta pick your heart. Now, people are ruining really good connections just because of things they don't want to heal. Do you understand that you may never get somebody that good ever again in your life? See, urgency came out in reverse. This energy don't feel it's like this energy doesn't see anything wrong with what they do, or you don't. Okay? And that's terrible. So somebody doesn't look at this as being rape or theft or just being wrong in general. Hidden knowledge. You didn't know this. Money loss. In reverse. You didn't know that for some of you guys, you've been wondering, what's going on with my money? What's going on with my success? What's going on with my abundance? What's going on? Why does it feel like, okay, I'm making a little progress, but I feel like I can be a little bit better. Like I know I'm a little bit farther along. It's not just you. It's not all in your head, okay? Especially if you were brought here, either you or you're connected to someone who's dealing with this, and it may or may not be impacting you. By them siphoning your energy, or you constantly having sex with somebody that's not on the same vibration as you, and this has nothing to do with like being perfect. This is literally about vibration, low, high vibration, toxicity, and so on and so forth. Not, oh, we had a little argument and then you guys are good for the rest of the month. Like, no, things are gonna happen. This is why you've been experiencing some money loss, whether you've been noticing this or not, or haven't been getting as it's you're unaware. Like things could be so much better in your life, but because somebody was like basically living off of you. So how can this be done? So we can take a look at some curse magic and some binding spells, right? So, for example, there's a curse, hex, Egyptian magic, whatever you want to call it, voodoo, KKK voodoo, where the person can bind themselves to your abundance, your health, your weight, your body. And anytime you're trying to manifest, or anytime you work, you don't see the amount of fruit you would have been able to see, because little do you know, because ain't nobody that's sitting up here trying to bind themselves to you to live off you finna tell you. You gonna only see a fraction of your fruit, because that other energy is going to somebody that's at there and bonded themselves to you. And there's people out here that have several people, if not a coven, a whole coven, that have bounded themselves to somebody. And so somebody wondering why, they feel like they constantly getting sick. And don't get me wrong, this is not the case for everybody. Sometimes they dealing with shit because that's a part of their karmic debt. Or they doing it for the bloodline, or okay, so it's a case-by-case scenario, but this is what it is for a lot of people. Okay? And they sitting up there wondering why this, that, and the third. Somebody sitting up there trying to they don't want to serve their own karmic debt. They don't think they're beautiful enough, or they don't want to have to get it out the mud. whether they know that they have to pay this back or not. So, let me bind myself to somebody who makes millions. So you could be making trillions, but because somebody binded themselves to you and maybe another person too, you're only seeing millions, right? Or it takes you longer to make your first billion, if that can make more sense. And it shouldn't be like that. Right? So this to let you guys know, life could be so much better for you. But because y'all have some sort of leech, whether that's by a principality only behind the veil, and or the principality that's working through a person or people, basically, okay, that's need to get cleared out your energy or detached, and or so that they can't harvest off of you, so you can use all your energy for you. Okay? And this is to let you know, right? Because people can't do anything with information they don't know or have. This is why the enemy be trying to keep shit from you. They don't want you to know certain things, want to consider certain things as taboo. Because if you know, you'll be able to take your power back. The kingdom of hell ain't shit without stealing from people. I'm going to need y'all to know this. It is take your power back. The kingdom of hell has none. Look at that. Burdens in reverse. Okay? Yeah, somebody felt like you ain't have enough burdens or some shit like that. Baby. So they felt like what? They was trying to hide the fact that they was playing against somebody who was throwing a rock behind their hand. Oh, let me start a pot. Let me look at the flick of that wrist. Right? Let me put some herbs in their food. Let me put some in their food. Let me send them some chaos conflict spells. Let me put a love spell on them. Or let me play with their finances. Let me play with their health. Let me do this, that, and the third. And then let me smile in their face. Knowing the whole time I want to take their place. Okay? Because again, you popping, but your haters want to make you think that you ain't shit. Well, remember, anybody that's attacking you like that, you are the shit. Because don't nobody attack nobody that ain't the shit. Okay? They just don't want to admit the shit. Okay? If nobody wants to be like anybody who ain't popping. Okay? So they may say, oh, you ain't shit. Well, if you ain't shit, why they trying to be you? Why they trying to copy off you? Why they so pissed off with you? Okay, so you need to be taking your spiritual baths, right, and all the rest of that, or you could already be doing this and they know about it. All right, know the fact that you know what to do to handle the spiritual attacks. Okay, cleansing, ritual, energy clearing, herbs, essential oils, sacred. You need to develop some sort of, and yes, it can be tiring, especially if you guys are already doing this, but keep going. God's promise still stands. Keep cleansing, keep standing on it. Okay, yeah, because you guys you're having real commitments come in. All right, somebody that's actually going to follow through. Do what they say they're going to do. Yeah, bearing receipts. So somebody's they're trying to plot. Okay, secretive, deception, hidden motives. So be careful. Okay, somebody's trying to like just get you out of alignment. All right, red flag. Yeah, somebody's going to maybe appear like they are in alignment, but they're not. So just be mindful of that. Bring things back to God. They're not going to come off as a red flag, but they will, because they haven't changed yet. They haven't gone through their process with God yet. All right, so they're not safe yet. So you do what you want to do. Why? Because you make your own decisions. Bye, guys. Peace out. Deuces.